Hello everyone, and welcome back to Hagenstadt.
Howdy.
Fadman's here, and Hitman, who is the other chap in here, he's run away. He's taken his tractor and he started darting over that hill, and he's asked me to call in another order to the store because we seem to have not got our front weights. So I can't remember if we bought them last time and you were going to bring both back, or if we didn't do. So let's
Oh, we don't own any.
we don't own any. So because I thought we'd bought them, but clearly we don't have them in our possession. So I'm just there we go, weights. So they're only $580. So I've bought two. So I don't think this lovely Hurleyman needs it. Gertie, isn't it? This one.
Yeah, the Hurleyman is Gertie. Or
So,
Gertrude when she's misbehaving.
yes. Oh, I don't want to press the button to start chatting because I think you can hear me already. So what I might do is I might just come and pick up the weight as well, because there's no point in me starting seeding whilst you're not cultivating. So, but yeah, so we've gotten plenty to do. So I think this episode we're going to finish off the cultivating and seeding and give it a fertilise, and then we'll be ready to speed up time whilst we're off screen, and then begin the harvest all over again.
So are we about due for a new harvester, do you think?
Possibly, but
I looked at that Clayson. I wouldn't mind trying that one.
yeah, there's a lot of people that would like us to try the Clayson, so I think, like I said, my initial kind of reservations about that were I felt the pricing was off in comparison to the FAR, but hey, let's give it a go. So,
If you feel that strongly about it, just buy it and sell it and then buy it again.
yeah, that's true. That's true. So I think that's there we go. So we've got our front weight back again.
Oh, this is a lot more responsive for turning.
Well, that's good. So you won't have any excuses to derp then.
Oh, I'm driving a red tractor.
Yeah, we've got that one. So so just wanted to clarify for everyone. Hopefully the voice levels are a bit more even. We found that there was some Windows settings that had kind of they managed to kind of get changed on my PC, and hence my voice had kind of disappeared into the background again, which is incredibly frustrating. And I think one of the requests was what I've just done, which is to press C and go into an in-cab view. So we've got we are reading the comments. Like I say, you might find that it takes an episode before those comments get in, and that's because we kind of tend to be recording a week in advance. We're still kind of waiting. Well, we're not waiting. We're kind of getting there on the comments on, I think, episode 4. We kind of said to you guys, if you get up to not comments, if you get up to 50 likes, then we'll be looking at kind of doing 2 episodes a week. So
I forgot to check. I don't know how many we have.
last time I checked, it was 30, I think. So
Well, people better start liking it.
well, if they start liking it, then we can do something. So I have no idea how this seeding is going to work if I'm in first person.
Can you say train wreck?
Well, yes. I'd rather not. But so there we go. So we are seeding wheat, aren't we? Yeah, we decided
Yeah,
wheat.
that's what we decided on.
Okay, but this is only 32% full, so I'm going to go and fill it up before I start anyways.
And I'm working on the cultivation.
Yes.
I really like this cultivator.
Yeah, I know. You've been dreaming about that cultivator. That's why I let you get on with that, and I thought I'd just start off with the seeding, because I think we didn't swap last time, or if we did, it was only for a brief period of time. So
I'll go buy one in real life.
Absolutely, and you're going to cultivate how much of your land?
Not too much. Pretty rocky right now.
Yeah, I mean, you've been telling me about how you've been using the backhoe to try and clear stuff out, which I think is
Yep, I
your...
was working on that this morning.
And you've been kind of not injuring yourself, but you've just been sore ankles and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, getting old. That sucks.
None of us are getting younger. So, as I was reminded, I got my 10-year award from the company today, so it's kind of, oh my goodness.
Oh, gross.
And to top it all off, my director was saying, yeah, hasn't it been longer than 10 years? I go, no, only by a month or so.
Seems like it.
Maybe that's what working with me does to people. So I think this one, you don't have to... Do you have to press any buttons? Yes, you do have to press a button, don't you? We have to press the unfold button, and then that just... We don't have to press anything else after that. Okay, so we're still in first person. We're going to give it a go. I think level 1 is sufficient. So we're going to see... Oh, yeah, and there you go. I'm already kind of missing vast amounts of it, so we need to figure... I'm going all over the place. Yeah, well, we're going to might have to. So... Let's see how we get on with this. So if I line up the wheel there on that groove, does that work? Yeah, that works. Okay, we've got something we can do. So we'll try and make this episode first person Fatman. So, but there. Although I might need to go back out into third person view just to kind of clean up the mess that I'm creating. But we
That's
don't know.
okay, you're giving the viewers what they want.
I try. I do try. Doesn't always work. You can't always please everyone all the time, but... Particularly not me. So... But yes, so... I was a little bit demanding today because we had an issue with the Feed the Beast server. And... So after my few drinks after work, I got on my high horse a little bit, and I basically sent a lectury email to the company about what good IT service looks like. So, but I stopped short of telling them why I was reasonably qualified to tell them what good IT service looks like. Ooh, nearly hit a tree. You see those trees, when you're in first person view, they just come out of nowhere.
Yeah, they actually jump. I've seen them move before.
Yeah. I think you've been drinking more than I have.
Not today.
Ah, well, that makes a change. Although I have had dinner since, so I'm nice and back to normal now. Just my normal happy self. So.
Well, it's not even 3 in the afternoon here, so a little early for me anyway.
Well, it's always late enough to be drinking somewhere. But there you go. maybe as a former seafarer, I've been spoilt with excuses for such things. Right, we'll try and avoid that tree. Yay! I avoided the tree. Whether or not I didn't completely derp on the seeding, I don't know.
Do you see any difference in the turning with the weight on there?
I don't really remember the comparison, but it seems to be perfectly alright, so I'm going to go with... I'm just going to say yes and just hope that that's the right answer.
With that seeder, it might not make much of a difference.
Yeah, well, there shouldn't be as much drag on the seeding operation as there would be on a cultivator, so... At least I wouldn't have expected it. But it all depends on how well the physics is done, but this game, a lot of people critique the physics part of it as being quite unrealistic. So, whoa, there we go. So this is probably a good reason why I don't use first person a lot, because I end up kind of spinning around and not knowing exactly where I am lined up. But in reality, what we'd probably be doing if we were doing this for real is we would be in first person view, obviously, and we'd probably just be doing it a little bit slower.
Or we'd hire workers.
Yeah, yes,
And we'd
I
sit
don't.
on the porch with our beers and watch them,
Yeah, I think.
heckle them a bit,
Yeah,
take notes, and
you missed a spot over there. But yes,
exactly.
absolutely. So I did miss
That
a
would
spot
make us
there.
armchair farmers.
Yes. So I'm gonna see if I can stand a bit of chance of clearing it up on not underneath that tree quite so well, but where I've just kind of spun around and left a bit, I'm sure I can clear that up a bit easier. So there we go. But yes, absolutely, armchair farmers. That sounds like good. Not quite sure how we translate that into the game, but we're not hiring workers in this, so it's a bit of a moot point, really. I think we had a little discussion. I had to do a few test recordings off screen just to kind of check and confirm the new. Oh, I didn't even notice that I'd run out. Anyone that's watching me will be going, why is he talking and just acting like he's still seeding? Because there's absolutely nothing in his seeding machine. Yep. Too busy talking. I think that's the title of my autobiography.
Well, it's hard to focus on both. That's why I'm kind of quiet. I'm trying to get maximum width out of this one.
Yes. There I am, just nattering away. But that's usually what ends up. I go to the drinks machine at work to get everyone a drink, and kind of half hour later I return and the drinks are cold, and they kind of, what the hell happened? I got talking. It happens. It's an occupational hazard. Send me to go and do something, and yeah, I'm gonna talk to someone. So they really should know it. They only bring it on themselves. So.
Well, they're
But
the ones that keep sending you.
yeah, well, I volunteer half the time because it's not really fair to not partake and do your bit, is it really? So there we go. It's either, or I mean, my manager, he doesn't partake at all because he feels like if he gets drinks from other people, then he's got to participate. And the one time we actually sent him down, we were having a really busy day. We sent him down, and he went to go and get the drinks, and he had to phone us back up because he just couldn't remember what everyone's order was, what he needed to do to work the machine. He knows how to get his own, and that's about it.
I would be the same way. I'd have to write it down. I have a great memory, but it's really, really short.
Yes. Okay, so we just need a little bit more here. I'm doing my whole perfectionist thing, so just want to catch that last little bit there. There we go. I'm just using the X to turn it off, so we kind of do that. Da, da, da. Hey! Right, okay, so let's turn it back on, and away we go. So yeah, so the last episode that's actually gone up whilst we're recording this is episode 5, and episode 6 is kind of awaiting. Now episode 5 was quite a long one, so we split that into 2, and it seems to have been, people are still pleased with that, so we'll wait
I
and
have a
see.
feeling episode 6, yeah, we'll see. I didn't feel good about that one.
Episode 6, it was, I think we were both a little tired that day, weren't we? So
Yeah, not really in the mood to farm, maybe. I don't know what the problem was. Feel better today, though. We're doing pretty well.
yeah, well, I think, like I said, we'd both gotten a bit tired that day, so that's my excuse, or my reason for extra drippiness. So, and today my reason for extra drippiness is the fact that you guys want me to be in first person, so I'm kind of okay, I don't normally do this, so I'm having to kind of learn how to play the game a different way. So, which is all good. You should always challenge yourself that little bit more. But the best part is, whilst I carry on seeding, Hitman, who is over there somewhere, there he is probably going to start the fertilising. Now, did we say we were going to get different fertilizer, or are we going to stick with what we've got?
I don't remember how wide the spread is, so I'll try that first.
Yeah, I know, because we're a little bit spoilt now, aren't we? Because we've got the multiplayer that we're playing on a weekly basis now with a bunch of other people. We've kind of done the same field configuration in that, but we're using the mix of modern and classical equipment. So it's completely blows my mind now, because we kind of come in here and like, yeah, didn't we already seed this field? Haven't we got the baler somewhere? So that's something I do want to do, hopefully with this harvest, is get the baler and just show everyone that, because that is pretty cool.
Yeah, maybe we'll get some cows so we can start getting some manure built up.
Yes. Yeah, because I think we've been talking about greenhouses. So yes, I think that would be a good thing for us to do. So I'm trying the whole don't stop thing at the end. So that was another request from a few episodes ago, as kind of, when you get to the end, don't stop, just kind of whiz around and it'll take less time. So that's what I'm doing. And there goes that dodgy hitman.
Dodgy?
Yeah.
I'm efficient, not dodgy.
Looks very shifty from here. So I should pay attention to where I'm driving rather than looking at Hitman, but then again, if I don't look at him, you guys aren't going to see him. Unless you can persuade him to record the episodes his side as well, because I think you mentioned that it might possibly be at the stage now with the connection that it's not laggy so much that you might be able to record.
Yeah, I could record. My hard part will be uploading. I would kind of feel obligated to upload every episode that you are and try and keep up to you.
Well, I
We'll
mean,
see.
if we schedule it efficiently, I'm sure we can manage that between us. It's not like we don't talk every day. What with being on the Feed the Beast server, we're pretty much in constant contact with each other. So. And were you on the server the other day when Stocker came back on? He was testing out his Feed the Beast.
Yeah, I was just leaving when he came on.
So yeah, so that was cool. Looks like he's getting his PC back in order. So
I think it was the real Stocko glass.
I remember you saying about that now. You do like to use that phrase.
Yeah, it's because on one of his early episodes, he was saying, somebody said, "Are you the real Stocko Gloss?" on Facebook, and he was kind of amazed, like, well, why would someone say they were me? But
yeah.
apparently now people are doing that, like
Yeah.
logging on this game and saying they're Stocko.
Yes.
It's pretty irritating.
Yes. Well, this is the real Fadman and the real Hitman. So at least I hope it is. If someone's impersonating me and sounds like me like this, I'm worried. So, although I did just do an episode on Star Trek Online, because I've started playing that now for my sins.
Join you on there. I've got a couple of high-level characters, and
yeah, I've got a Lieutenant Grade 3 now. So I was doing the one of the missions where you've got a shapeshifter. And yeah, so hence was I'd be a little bit concerned if I was recording this episode without actually being here. Oh, that's good. It doesn't matter if I've parked the seeder slightly in the seed pallets, does it? Surely not. Surely not.
So I use Steam, and I have Star Trek Online. Just made a backup before I removed it before, so I can probably get that up and running and maybe join you on some of your videos on that.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I haven't actually put Steam. Well, I have put Steam on my computer, but then I've removed it because I found that I was just getting this weird hardware detect sound all the time, and it just caused the computer to go so completely loopy. So I just gave up on it for the time being. Not
I
saying.
think Star Trek has its own launcher anyway.
Oh yes, it does. I've got that down. So I'm kind of debating whether or not I'll actually pay for a subscription. I'm also kind of debating whether or not I will at some point potentially record and upload it, but at the moment I'm just going to enjoy the game. So
I was kind of disappointed with it. I mean, I'm not what you call a Star Trek fan. I mean, I like the movies. I have all the movies and played the game and watched the old show and some of the new ones. But I found that game, you kind of get to a point where once you're high level and you do the storyline missions. After that, it's all you do is dailies and PvP if you're into that, and that's all there is to the game.
yes, so I think that's probably I'm not there yet because I'm only literally just starting out. So I'm quite shocked really because
fresh and new.
Yeah, and learning how to derp around in the game. But
Don't do your dailies.
I have no idea what the dailies are.
Oh well, I guess I'm gonna have to get in there and educate you.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely in need of some help. I was in one of these space combats and I'm like, how do I shoot? I'm hitting the left mouse button to try and shoot, and it's kind of, no, you need to press number 1. Okay, so because I've gotten the first-person shooter. Obviously, when you're in actual character mode, you would press the left mouse button to fire your phaser, but it's all good fun. I'm sure I'll figure it out.
One thing that kind of bugged me was you never actually have any real exploration missions. You're almost always shooting something when you're on the ground. I'm sure that's exciting, all that for I don't know. Just Star Trek was more about exploration, discovering things, and you don't really get that.
Yeah, I mean that is part of the game that I would like to see is kind of the diplomatic side of it, because in my work, a lot of what I tend to do tends to kind of go along the diplomatic kind of stuff, kind of trying to get people to understand what the challenges you are and what you have, and why their thing that's really important isn't necessarily going to get done today. But yeah, so it's the whole diplomacy thing that I would really like to kind of see in the game, but obviously I haven't seen enough of it yet to understand whether or not that's.
I think there are diplomacy missions.
It looks like there is a little bit of stuff, so I'm exploring it still. So I think there's a Let's Play already up online that I started watching, which is J Squared John Jeremy. So I've only seen the first episode, but I've made some different choices to him. He's decided to go on the tactical front because apparently he's the kind of guy that's just going to come up and punch you in the face. I'm not, so I went engineering. I'm a little bit techie, a little bit geeky. I love my computers, so it made sense.
I think I've got max level. My first character was a tactical officer, and the second was engineering. And I think I've got a science one I was working on next. And I finally just get bored of doing dailies for 3 characters.
Yes.
Anyway, we're sure talking a lot about Star Trek.
Well, I mean, hey,
Are you a Trekkie?
I am indeed. It does say so on the channel. I do kind of not necessarily apologise. I do kind of say that there could well be Star Trek references in a bunch of the Let's Plays, and anyone that's been watching the kind of Feed the Beast survival series will know that I kind of almost shout red alert every time a creeper kind of shows up or something like that.
That's pretty funny to see that in text. Red alert in caps, and then you're too busy to talk because you're swinging away.
Yep. I think the funny ones is when I'm actually talking to myself. I'm kind of evasive maneuvers. But there we go. I don't get involved much with what I'm doing. I don't do it with much gusto at all. Much like yourself, I mean, your efforts on the Feed the Beast server, you've only got 100 solar panels, and I'm shocked. Although probably by the time this goes out, you'll have maybe 1,000. I don't know.
No, actually, I was all set last night to start working on my first advanced ones. And I just finished, about an hour ago, I finished the matter fabricator. The mass fabricator's disabled.
Yes. Yeah, the mass fabricator is disabled by default in Ultimate because of the Greg tech. So
I love Greg tech. It's
so
really complicated, but that's what I like, so I really like it.
Yeah, I think a lot of the stuff with Greg tech, everyone's kind of says about the recipes being that much more difficult, and yes, they are. But the idea is that the stuff that you're getting is going to be more end game. So if you want easier recipes, you just kind of install the direwolf pack instead. So it seems that's perhaps, yeah.
Or go lower tech.
Or go lower tech. Yeah, I mean, I'm obviously Ultimate Pack on the Survival series, and we're only just, I mean, we're at episode 14, we're only just starting to build enchanting tables and pulverizers, and I think next up's going to be some stuff for power generation. But there's some people that are quite interested to see what's going on there, so... We'll see what we can do.
So we've been getting some new people on the server. That's nice to see some fresh faces.
Yep, there's some new people on the Feed the Beast server, and I think in 4 days' time, which will have been probably a week ago by the time this airs, we've got the renewal coming up. So I'm going to increase the memory because we've been getting some issues around the memory, and we've been getting some reboots that we really don't want to have. And I'm probably going to increase the slots from 8 to 10 because we haven't hit it yet, but I think we're getting to the point where if a bunch of people that want to be on there come on, they're going to come on at the same time, and there's not going to be enough space for everybody. So
you need some more US time zone people on there.
Yeah, well, that would even it out a bit, but I haven't seen any more requests from people that seem to be in that time zone as yet. So we'll see. You'll have to try and go out recruiting. You have to do what I did with Essence, Kenobi, and Segment. They're friends of mine, and so when they were round my house, I just just happened to kind of explain to them what Minecraft was, and kind of stick them on a computer with it, and yeah, they're addicted now. So
a friend of mine I play a lot of games with. I've been gaming with him for about 10 years or so. He looks at this game and Minecraft and just can't understand how it's entertaining.
Yes, I have to admit I did do that myself up until I watched Stocko and Dare's co-op for Minecraft. I already got the farming simulator. I played that, and as I've said in a number of the AgSim historical farming episodes, for me it's a lot of nostalgia around kind of, we had a farm my uncle ran when I was a kid, so you've got all those happy memories, and it's just great stuff, really. And what could be more therapeutic? I mean,
well, you learn a lot too. I mean, since even like in the last few episodes, we learned, what direction the plows go, and you learn what machines do what. Now I can go into a farmer's barn and probably identify a lot of the stuff.
Yeah. So I mean, my uncle's farm, we never did. It was never any crops. It was a dairy farm. So we just had cows, and so it was nice and easy. You kind of grew the grass, fertilised the grass, grew the grass in the summer, chopped it, baled it. Then in the winter you were down the fields and you were chopping trees down and stuff like that. So it was all good stuff.
You mentioned an episode or two ago that you had the upper field had an oak tree in it.
Yeah, that was, I can't remember the name of the field, but yeah, one of the upper fields had I can't remember what trees it was, but it had a small group of trees in the middle of the field.
Now, I wonder what those are for. If they're, originally for a shady place for your horses to rest, or if it had something to do with the wind blowing the dirt away, or
I
just a
have,
place for people to relax, or just for aesthetics. I wonder why they did
yeah,
that.
I honestly don't know. Um,
Maybe our
it's
viewers will know.
Yes, yes, it's entirely possible. Um, but I,
I mean, sorry, go ahead.
yeah, my recollections are literally from yonks ago, literally from childhood. So
Really enjoying seeing the comments and responding.
yes, I have to admit, like you, I read all the comments. I don't always get the chance to respond to them because sometimes you kind of get there before me, and I don't. There's not always sense in us both responding, but I do. They pop up through on my phone, and so like I said, for all the series, I really do. I see all the comments, even if I don't respond to them, and I do appreciate them all. And I think that's some of the reasons why when I'm watching Darren Stocko's episodes, if I'm enjoying it, I put a like on the video. I kind of comment where I can, because I know the encouragement that gives them as well as it gives me. So
I was telling Stocko a while ago that I actually I watched YouTube's videos for like years now, and pretty much since they started. And I just made an account recently, and that was to respond to one of his videos.
ah,
So he was honored.
yes, no, Stocko's he's a great guy actually. There's a lot of respect I have for him, and also for Dare. Um, they're great guys, and like I say, I just hope that I'm doing half as good a job as they are in terms of the videos I'm putting out.
I'll just keep pushing those videos out, and you'll be there.
So
Well, I approached you about making this after I think I saw you were doing some stuff on Stocko's forums there, so I checked out your site, and I think I was one of your first subs. And
yes, that sounds about right. And yeah, I mean, most
so
of
you
them,
never know.
yeah,
You approach some of these people on YouTube, and you never know where you end up with.
yeah. I mean, and you're not regretting it.
No, I'm playing with a famous fat man.
I don't know about famous, infamous more like, but yeah, we're gonna go over here now. We're gonna see if Hitman's doing a decent job before we go up and reseed.
Yep, I'm almost finished here. Yakking
Yep.
away, I don't really notice the how far we've got left to go.
Yeah, well, I think that's why we last time we got a bit carried away, and we didn't actually cut the episode anywhere really, and just carried
This
on.
episode. Yeah,
Yeah,
well, we can split it.
yeah, I think hopefully everyone watching, if we're yakking away and they've got something to listen to, and we're doing stuff that if that's what they want to see, if that's not, then people can always leave a comment, and we can put cuts in and trim the episodes down. But if not, we'll just do it, just do what we're doing really. So
I like watching videos like this. Like if I'm playing Farm Sim, I'll run Farm Sim videos. That's like with Stockos. It was almost like I was playing multiplayer with them. I'd be, doing my own farming, and I had my laptop next to me with his videos on it.
yes, I've over the last over the most of the portion of this week, I've actually been watching Dare's Twitch of Kerbal Space Program, and that was so very, very amusing. Especially when he kind of, at the end of it, I think he mentioned, and no Kerbals were hurt in the making of this video, but you killed a whole bunch of them, Dare. So but I think he actually managed to help Jebediah survive for a period of time. So
Those silly Kerbals.
yes.
What are they doing going to space?
I have no idea. I mean, It's not a game for me at the moment, but I do enjoy watching Dare play it. So,
I
and
tried it a while back. There's certainly a lot more features now, and it was pretty neat.
yeah, I was talking to a guy at work, and he's really into it. So that's why I was kind of really interested to watch Dare's stream. And he was saying they're actually starting to work now towards kind of having some mission parameters to kind of maybe make it like the space race and stuff. So,
Figured I'd turn around and go along the front of you here.
aha.
Well, and I forgot to drop the cultivator. Oh, did I say that out loud?
Yeah, you just dropped yourself in it. Oh well. Don't tell the viewers.
Oh well, one pass out of like 100. It's not so bad.
Yeah, but it'll be that one pass that they'll remember in the in the annals of history. So, so is that the final pass?
No, probably 3 more.
Ah, right.
Maybe
It's
4.
a little bit different from this angle, so I think I've got more than 3 more. So there we
This
go.
is a huge field for these little tools.
Yeah, that was another one that Derek commented on in one of his Let's Plays farming, his Kansas Let's Play, and he was saying about the fact that we're kind of doing this with classical equipment, and we've got this huge, great big field, but you never get anywhere if you dream small, really, do you? So
Oh, one thing about a field this size, when we actually do sell, sell our harvest, we'll make some decent cash.
yes, yeah, we haven't sold anything from anything that we've harvested yet, have we?
Not yet.
So,
Gonna wait for great demand, but I don't know. Maybe we won't bother.
well, I think all the
Depends
time
on
we
the money, I
don't
guess.
need the money. There seems little point in actually selling stuff until we actually need the money, really.
That's true enough. It's money in the bank.
So
I'll have to watch for auctions for land. I noticed you had one up for auction on your communal Let's Play there.
yes, that was I think that was field 36, but it wasn't.
Oh, you're not running the Bank of Hagenstead, though, are you?
No, not on the multiplayer, because I found that if people want to, they can kind of start taking the money out of my account without me giving it to them. And I'm just gonna probably do it like we do here, is just have the one account, and if people want stuff, then I'll just buy it. They can go and pick it up and such like. Because otherwise, we found the first time we did the multiplayer, we actually lost money because we left it in Sean's kitty, as it were, and the next time we came in, it was just gone. So
He might have spent it on blackjack and beer.
it's entirely possible. Yeah, you just don't know with Sean. So, but yeah, I
We're
think
gonna
he's
give him a complex.
no, not at all. I think he certainly enjoys all the games that he plays. So, and I mean, he doesn't do badly on the farming. I think he just, because he suffers a little bit with his internet connection, I think he kind of ends up kind of hitting into us and stuff. But
This game is extremely frustrating if you're lagging.
yes, well, I think we remember, people will probably have seen in the interim, we had that issue last episode where you kind of lagged out and your tractor ended up halfway up the hill. So
And we won't even mention the old combine and tractor collision and that little train wreck.
I have no recollection of what you're talking about, sir.
That must have been somebody else's video.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't have been Fadman. Fadman doesn't place tractors on combine cutters. It just
Batman
doesn't
plays
happen.
games, not crashes.
Yeah,
Tractors.
Fadman plays games, not derps around on top of combines. So
And that's the cultivation done.
hey, well done. So
I'm going for beer. See you later.
yeah, thanks for that. You realise you're supposed to be helping? Well, when I say helping, I mean helping. I'm yeah. I'm kind of pleased to see that that's in the up position. Oh, and I've just completely forgotten to keep an eye on my seed as well. So I'm acting like I'm seeding, and I'm just not. So there you go. That's what not seeding looks like, folks.
Well, good job.
Yeah, good job of not seeding.
That's your mulligan for this episode.
Yeah, don't count on it being the only one. I've done it more than once already. But there we go. But at least it's not as bad as it was with those other seeders where we were literally filling up every pass. So, there we go.
How come you're not going to the fertilizer wagon? Because you forgot about it.
The fertilizer wagon? Oh yeah, I forgot about it.
Right.
You mean the seed wagon?
Right.
If I go to the fertilizer wagon for seeds...
Oh yeah, the seed wagon, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about it. Where did we put it? Because last time I saw it, it was in between those two trees, but I think you moved it so that it was easier for us to... So let's have a little voyage of discovery. Oh, that's where it is. Yay! Yeah, that could be handy.
That's... You already used your mulligan, so what are you going to call that?
I'm going to call that one of those jumping trees. And now I'm kind of stuck. So
yeah, we might need a fertilizer trailer. We'll see how it goes there.
Okay. Now this is frustrating. Okay, am I going to have to come out of this view to try and get this sorted? I don't know. So if we go like that... that doesn't help too much. Okay,
okay, I'm going to do a couple passes with this, and then let's maybe buy the one from the other mod pack.
I'm free! I managed to do it without coming at a first-person view as well. I managed to actually figure out, whilst everyone was screaming at the screen, how to kind of maneuver the tractor so I could actually get myself out of that little predicament. So, there we go. So that'll be, it's all amusing, isn't it, really, I hope. It's either that or people are just looking at thinking, oh my god, what is this guy doing? He's supposed to be seeding a field, not kind of playing, well, it's not really footsie with a tree, is it? It's kind of wrap the seeder and tractor around the tree. Although no one does that as well as Sean. In the first multiplayer game that we set up, he really did do a fantastic job. He literally had the trailer and the tractor right next to each other around a tree. So I think he's actually still proud of that. Am I? Yeah, okay. I'm at level 1, that's good. So have we figured out the width on that one yet?
Pretty narrow.
Pretty narrow, excellent. Because we've got more than... No, we do have 2 of those, don't we?
Yep, so I think maybe I'll load one up, take it back to the shop.
Okay.
And then we'll buy the other farm pack one and see how that goes.
Yes, that sounds like an idea. I mean, at the end of the day, we want to showcase as much as we can. So as we kind of go through the different harvests, if we're showing the same thing over and over again, we're not using any different equipment, then that's just going to get boring real quick. So,
Yep.
so I think, like I said, the idea was for us to showcase the classical type of equipment. So do appreciate the mod suggestions that you guys are sending through on Facebook and in the comments. They just need to be compatible with FS13, because some of the mods that people have suggested have been kind of labelled on the sites as being 2011 or 2009. So
I left a little swath there for you, so you can show the viewers.
left a little swath of...
Of fertilizer. You should be able to see it when you come back down here.
Ah,
And
okay.
that's the width of this green one that you get with the Giants mod pack.
Okay. I'm sure they remember it from last time, but I don't think we won't give them a test, because that's just not fair. So,
Life's not fair.
I know life's not fair, but nevertheless, it keeps on going. But still, so yeah, I'm still seeing some of those nice little patches of grass that I haven't kind of cleaned up yet, but we'll worry about those another time. So this is the section that we're talking about. Ding da ding. Let's just kind of turn that off for a second.
This goes to show you how cheap I am. I'm just trying to run the fertilizer out, and it's got 200 units.
Yeah,
Can't help it. I'm frugal.
absolutely. We don't go wasting the money.
I have Scottish blood. No offense to Scots, but they're known for being frugal.
Yes, that is very much what they're known for.
And
Amongst other things, but yes, that's definitely one of them.
I don't think that's an insult, to be honest.
Well, no, I mean, I think we're changing the expression. I mean, there's for at work we're now talking about being cost efficient. So it's not about reducing costs; it's about being efficient with costs. So you still spend the money if you need to, and you just get the best result for it. So